go. So I don't think conditioning is going to be a big problem in this fight. But Maurice Smith is the consummate striker, hands and feet.
It should be noted, though, that Maurice Smith is 37 years old. Kevin Randleman is 27 years old, but as Jeff pointed out, and it's true, Maurice is in great physical condition.
Ladies and gentlemen, this event begins with the fighter standing to my left. He is a wrestler with a mixed martial arts record of 6-2. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 218 pounds. Fighting out of the Hammer House in Sandusky, Ohio, he is making his octagon debut. Please welcome Kevin Randleman. And his opponent, who is no stranger to the octagon, a kickboxer with a mixed martial arts record of 4-1, a former WKA and ISKA World Heavyweight Champion. Fighting out of Seattle, Washington, he stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 220 pounds. Please welcome on his return to the octagon, the former UFC Heavyweight Champion of the World, Maurice Smith!
A proud champion indeed, a master striker who has learned grappling with his work with TK Tsuyoshi Kosaka and Frank Shamrock.
Here we go.
Now that's the foundation of the alliance. Smith brought the striking.
Come on.
Kosaka brought the guard, and it was Kosaka's guard that helped Maurice Smith defeat Coleman to become the heavyweight champion of the world.
Kevin Randleman told me today, Jeff, he is happy to take the first 3 or 4 minutes of this match on his feet and exchange blows with Maurice. He said, for every kick that Maurice delivers, I will punch him twice. We'll see if that develops. Quickness, he said. I'm going to be very elusive and try to avoid the master striker.
And it looks as though he's trying to bait Maurice Smith to come in so he can go ahead and go underneath him and maybe shoot a double leg and take him down. I can't imagine why he would want to go up and punch with Maurice Smith or kick with Maurice Smith. I'm not sure who he can train with that can help him with that. Mark Coleman never solved that riddle. And it would be hard for me to believe that Kevin Randleman did if he's training with Mark Coleman. But Randleman's a terrific athlete.
Boss, as you see the guys sizing each other up right now, Maurice, obviously, you would think on paper from the skills, wants this to stay up on the feet.
Yes, but Kevin is trained when Maurice gives a punch, Kevin is going to dive. And it's the other way around too, so it's going to be very difficult. When Kevin comes in, Maurice is going to strike, and the other way around. So just waiting and seeing and looking the distance, trying out.
Now he's keeping his hands very high as Kevin Randleman, and that is to protect himself from a high kick. He said he's not worried about taking him in the gut or in the legs. The kicks of Maurice, he doesn't want the high one to land, and I know you can respect that, boss.
Yes, that's for sure, because when he's going to kick to the body, Maurice is going to kick to the body, Kevin will take him down right away. So when he blocks his head, it's going to be enough.
Here we go. He tried to deliver the left-right combination. Maurice ducked away.
Maurice has to stay relaxed now, even when Kevin gives him some punches or tries.
Maurice, impressively, pulling off the upset of Mark Coleman. And yes, it does matter to Kevin Randleman that, that he was defeated, Mark Coleman, his mentor, by Maurice Smith. But Kevin also wants to put himself on the map. John McCarthy telling the guys to explode. There's the first kick landed.
I don't care who you are. One of those kicks hits you in the legs, it's going to hurt. Boss, how do you measure the distance? What kind of distance do you think they're trying to find here? How do you measure it?
I always measure with my hands. And it's wrong to measure with your legs because then you're going to be too far away. You want to measure with your hands. Once you can hit him with your hands, you for sure can hit him with your legs.
Now it's interesting. Kevin said the closer they are, the more he is able to neutralize the legs. Is that accurate?
Yes, it's true. Because the legs are longer than the arms. So he's very right with that.
I don't know. Is it me, or did suddenly Randleman start to pursue Maurice Smith now?
There he delivers, as Maurice was able to get a leg on the left leg of Randleman again, and now they lock up for the first time. 3 minutes and 10 seconds in. 12-minute regulation, 3-minute overtime period once again if needed.
Smith said he felt that Randleman would try to drive him up against the fence, but this actually benefits Smith because he won't get knocked down with the fence behind him.
Maurice has demonstrated his ability to take punishment before as he wore down the ground and pounded Mark Coleman. He is a master striker. That is his strength.
Yes, no question about that.
Now, Randleman started to sprint there. He started pursuing really hard and throwing a lot of hands, but slowed down a little. Left there got into Maurice.
Maurice is always up. These very personable fighters who realize that this is their job tonight to try to advance and have a chance to fight the man sitting next to Jeff and I right now, Boss Root.
Actually, I think both Boss and Maurice have good, unique personalities that are open, outward, they talk, they're animated. I think all of it adds.
Don't forget we're very handsome.
Oh, excuse me, yes, of course you are.
It's an excellent point. Today is one of his son's birthdays, Kevin Randleman, and TK Tsuyoshi Kosaka, part of the alliance in the corner of Maurice Smith tonight. They are like brothers. That relationship has developed over time, and it is a wonderful one.
Boss, there's a takedown off the kick.
He said about 4 minutes. It happens at 4:36. Opportunity dictated that much, as much though as anything else, guys.
Yep.
I was just going to ask Boss, how long would you go on your feet knowing if you feel you're the superior fighter fighting almost a neutral fight? I mean, would that start to frustrate you?
I don't know. For me, it really doesn't matter. I feel really comfortable on feet and on the ground. Yeah, what I said last fight, I was injured before the fight, and I was a little bit less comfortable, but I think Maurice doing a good job. It's very hard for Kevin Randleman to knock out Maurice here, because Maurice is used to a lot of punishment, and he knows to go with the punches. So,
and there's a lot of energy here being burnt by Randleman trying to improve position. And Maurice is sneaking those little hands in there again.
Yeah. Randleman said, I won't gas.
Look at
Mark Coleman we saw in his corner.
He's got a half guard. He's got like a TK guard. It's amazing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that is something that he has worked very diligently on.
Oh, yeah. He can turn him.
I just amazed at his composure. He lays on his back. He's looking at you. His hands are rather, they're not flexed or flinging all over. And the composure is amazing.
Maurice is very wise and very experienced. And he's going to get KO'd. It's going to be unbelievable.
Randleman, a good left. A good left. And Maurice trying to close the gap, just hang on to an arm and not allow Kevin Randleman to be able to deliver blows from inside Maurice Smith's guard. Now it's a half guard.
And Maurice is comfortable there, but I'm not sure how much offense he can really hit in terms of submission. I've never really seen him go for submissions from the guard, so it's really only striking here. And how's he going to get back to his feet where his real weapons are? It's the question Maurice needs to answer.
Come on, Kev, work, baby!
Randleman again, trying to dig in. And that one stunned Maurice just a bit. Kevin, the two-time national champion from Ohio State, who says, as a wrestler, his #1 attribute is his heart. But keep in mind, and this is a great storyline, Maurice Smith pulled off the most shocking upset in UFC history when he beat the Hammer Mark Coleman. And we saw a shot of Mark Coleman in the corner a moment ago. Randleman is carrying his own reputation and Mark Coleman's inside the octagon here tonight.
Might try to roll him here. He stepped over the foot, got the arm trapped. I recognize that, Boss?
Yes, he's doing a good job. Maurice learned a lot the last year and the last 2 years. It's amazing. He's doing a really good job.
Right there, standing up.
Maurice was able to neutralize things enough on the ground that now they're going to put them back in their corners momentarily and bring them together. Kevin is full of energy. He says he gets stronger as the match goes on.
He certainly looks like he's walking forward. No fatigue evident yet.
Sizing each other up one more time.
That's the same thing with Maurice. No fatigue evident also. Well,
Randleman now starting to use his grappling skills and finding success.
Kevin Randleman, very, very strong young man. 5'10", 218 pounds. Strong like his mentor, Mark Coleman, who has continued to be very animated in the corner of Kevin Randleman. He is like a big brother, a mentor to this guy who made a freshman coming into Ohio State feel comfortable in his own skills as a wrestler. All Kevin Randleman did with Mark Coleman as the assistant coach was win 2 national championships.
Interesting. Very interesting what I just saw. Randleman
very
let him up.
That's unbelievable. I would never expected this in my life.
Randleman he must be feeling very, very confident right now.
Yeah, but it's a wrong thing to do. It's like what happened with, what's his name, in Brazil, the guy who fought here. He got knocked out by Vanderlei Silva.
Right, yeah, you'd never want to let a guy up if you have the opportunity to keep him down and strike there.
Very good knee strike.
And down they go hard one more time.
3 takedowns now for Randleman. He does land in the guard, though.
When Vitor was impressive in that victory that you were speaking of in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Now Randleman and Maurice. Maurice has learned submissions.
Key lock, looking at a key lock, entangled arm.
Yep. And he's got his leg lock. So when he's going to get it out, he's going to get it. But, he has to keep...
Wow. Just missed with the big right.
Good job.
And a little bit of power pulling that arm out of there.
Look at the size of his arms.
And
Obviously, he's very strong with it. But Maurice is going for the second time. He has to hook his leg better. Yes. He has to bend the arm from Kevin. Oh, not stretch it.
Under 2 minutes remains in regulation time, and then, if needed, a 3-minute overtime session. Maurice is actually catching his breath in this position.
Bots, obviously, he's seen a lot of submission and pancrase over in Japan.
I did. I really did. Oh, this is good. Try to stand up for Maurice right now. Kevin is holding his legs. Now is the time for Maurice to get up. Try to pull his legs out.
Back down. Maurice was jammed a bit into the fence, and he lost a bit of his leverage in trying to stand up there.
Kevin is actually doing a good job because he let Maurice standing up again so he could take him down again. So that's his 3rd takedown. It's all points, you know. It's a very smart game he's playing.
Remember the criteria, if we do reach a judge's decision, is aggressiveness, striking, and grappling. Final minute of the regulation 12-minute time period is one of these fighters will advance in our road to the heavyweight title and have the opportunity to enter the octagon with Boss Rutten.
Boss, that's why I asked you earlier, how long would you go if you feel you're a superior fighter? I thought Maurice might have pressed harder on his feet in the beginning of the fight to force Randleman into second options, and it now seems as though Randleman is forcing Maurice with letting him up and doing things he isn't expecting.
Yes.
And he's finding some success, and because he doesn't feel threatened on his feet, he's not afraid to go there. I thought maybe he needed to establish that early.
He has a very good game plan. It's a very good game what he's playing right now. Maurice is normally the person who does that. You know, he got always good game plans. Like PK did with me.
Yep.
He always finds good ways to neutralize somebody's arm, hit him suddenly with another arm. And now Randleman is doing it to him.
Time period of regulation has come to a close. Randleman snaps up to his feet. Mark Coleman in the corner telling his young fighter, Kevin Randleman, you've got this fight. Just keep doing the things that you are doing. 1 minute rest period now here for both fighters.
Well, let's look at some of the action there in regulation time.
Don't let us put you up again. 3 minutes, 3 short fucking minutes. You stay out of his fucking range. Stay out of his fucking range and take him down one more time and you won this damn fight. Please.
So you hear Mark Coleman shouting, take him down one more time, you're going to win the F fight.
There was a nice kick by Maurice Smith there, but Randleman grinned at him after that. And then another kick Randleman turned into a takedown.
It's a very good lesson for me. Don't give a low kick to Randleman.
Now you watch this as a fan and as a very, very interested viewer. Another takedown by Randleman there.
Yes.
It seemed odd. It looked like Smith attacked his leg and he just shrugged it off and was able to turn it into a takedown.
Ooh, that was a nice right hand by Maurice. People seeing it, huh?
Get back in that circle.
Now here we go as they set up the fighters.
And Randleman let him up. And that was a very strange thing. We all questioned that, but it seems effective because he turns it into a takedown. Strange tactics, but they're very effective for Kevin Randleman. And right now, I think it's Maurice Smith who needs to press the fight. Little mouse under Maurice Smith's left eye.
Mo taking the center of the ring. And now he delivers the kick and he's down again. Randleman going for a flurry. Stay busy is the shout from the corner from Mark Coleman to Kevin Randleman. He wants to make sure he continues to get points on the aggressiveness scale.
If you were Maurice Smith, Boss, what would you do here?
Oh, man, I would do the same thing, neutralize the power of his arms, but maybe try it. He's got 2 minutes left. Maybe it's better to get him in the full guard and then start striking, you know, start to knock him out because this fight's not going to get up anymore. Maybe after 1 minute.
That's what I'm thinking, too. It may not get back up to the feet here. Randleman's able to stay very active.
So let him go. So when man comes up, he can get some distance and try to strike. The only way for Maurice right now is to win by submission of
If Randleman does this, though, where he's just hanging onto an arm and trying to keep him down, look for Big John McCarthy to probably stand the action up.
That's it.
And that's why Mark Coleman was saying stay busy, because he knows that he's ahead on points right now, Kevin Randleman. At least he assumes that to be true.
Smith shifting to try to take those punches away, doing a nice job.
He's got 1 minute and 15 seconds left. He has to do something right now.
Going back to that entangled arm, but Randleman will have none of it. Randleman's going to let him up.
Yeah, and the reaction of Coleman is amazement. What are you doing? Letting him back up. Coleman is amazed that Randleman just did this.
Kevin Randleman is pinning Smith towards the fence. He's actually going after Smith now in the standing position.
That's the wrong thing to do because Maurice got a great right cross.
Maurice has to avoid. Randleman has a lot of confidence in his stand-up skills. He's got Maurice tied up. Maurice has to land some strikes.
If I were him, I'd pull that down like a front headlock in wrestling like he was taught. Just keep him on the ground, and there it is. And a very game Kevin Randleman, full of energy, showing no sign of fatigue, showing no respect, putting Smith back on his feet when he didn't have to.
Unbelievable.
Is in control of this fight. Not a lot of damage, very calculated, but it's based around grappling skills.
A lot like the loss to Randy Couture for Maurice Smith.
Yes, but this Kevin Randleman is working. Randy Couture is not working.
Excellent point. Randleman finishes with the flurry.
He won the fight.
Impressive debut for the young gun, Kevin Randleman. And he is confident that he will be rewarded with a decision in his UFC debut and redemption against Maurice Smith.
So I guess this is going to be the next one. I'm going to fight.
Well, Bas, how do you assess Randleman? What are you going to do? Let's first take a look at some of this.
I can also make 3,000 punches.
And there, Maurice Smith going to his bread and butter leg kicks, but Randleman turning the leg in and then immediately seizing Smith and taking him down.
Yeah, I think Maurice got tired. He looks tired. He looks more tired than he ever was.
He was away from the octagon, and though his guard was effective at the end, Randleman, with lots of energy, was able to get some strikes in there. And Kevin Randleman, one of our young guns, looking good, and has put himself on the road to the heavyweight title. Let's go to Bruce Buffer with the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a unanimous decision from the judges for the winner. And on his way to the UFC Heavyweight Championship of the World, Kevin Randleman. gentlemen, let's have a big hand of applause for a fan favorite, Mr. Maurice